Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another video, and in this video we are going to be putting to the test a $50 Samsung camera. So this is the $50 Samsung PL210 camera, and this was a great camera that was majorly used by many people, like travelers. If you just want to go out and take a nice photo of where you are, you just like to carry a camera like this. This was really good back in 2011s, 2012s. And so we are going to see if this camera can still stand a chance in 2025, where we have smaller cameras like this that even have 4K displays and so much more. So we are going to see how it still performs. We are going to do a lot of tests with it, camera tests, the video tests. You are going to find out how it performs down to this time. But before we dive straight into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any exciting videos coming up. So let's get straight into it. So this, if you were to get one of these cameras back in 2011, it would probably cost you $200 to $230, but more than the $200 range. So this is a fine camera that was released back in 2011, and when it was on launch, actually, this camera and that of the TL210, those ones were making names back in those days. So let's have a look at the specs brief. So this camera just weighs 150 grams, which for me is pretty decent, considering the fact that the camera is small, and it has this 10x optical zoom. So for it to have all of these components and still weigh 150 grams, to me, this does have its way. The camera, as you can see, looking at the size, it's not huge. It's not going to be difficult carrying it about. It's pocket friendly, and it's a suitable camera if you just want to go out. Maybe you're in a picnic and you want to just take a photo. Back in those days, these are the ones that we carry the most. I really love this camera. And apart from that, this camera also has a 3-inch 1280 by 720 HD screen display. As you can see, for me, this camera isn't really the clearest considering the times we are in, because it really downs the image quality, of which you will see in the camera test shortly. The screen is really this small. You can't really see much through it, and since it's an LCD screen, it's not really the perfect option for those that would really want to get the full detail of their images. If you're taking an image of a flower or an insect and you really want to get some good looks of it, if you're watching it through this kind of screen, I don't think that anyone will want to do the same thing. Also, this camera is equipped with a 14.2 megapixel along with the 1.1:2.3 inch, I think, inch CCD sensor, something like that, which is ideally, maybe back in 2011, was good for people that was then using this kind of cameras. But now this sensor obviously won't do the job. I think it's too low, to be honest. And if you were to use this kind of camera with this kind of sensor, there are a lot of things that will be missing out in the images. As you can see, let's take a look. So this one, the back is, let's have a look through this. As you can see, it's not really the best. The sensor is very small though, but maybe that was the best option available for this camera back in 2011. And like we said before, the 10x optical zoom, we are still going to try that out, and it has an ISO sensitivity of 3200, which for me, considering a camera like this manufactured back in 2011, was pretty decent. It also has inbuilt stabilization, which we'll find out in the camera test and video test later. It also has flash modes, which for me is a bit too bright, but it's fine for me, alright. And also has filter effects, which you could be able to find in modes and the menus. So let's see how it performs. Let's take some real life images and compare them and use our eye to see if what this camera is delivering is up to the task in 2025. So guys, we're back again as usual. So after recording, doing the video stuff and image quality stuff, we have been able to deduce some things. We've been able to find out some things. As for the video aspect, while using this camera to record the video, I understood something. The camera does not lay out the videos in an MP4 format. It does that in an AVI format because I can't import it while I was editing. So I'll just speak about how it was and how it went. So with regards to that video, the quality of the images wasn't really bad, considering the fact that you can zoom to 10x, but videoing at this extent wasn't bad. So I think this is just goes to show you that at this level of technology, for a camera like this to be made in 2011, it was good for recording, but it isn't the best as of now. At 10x zoom, the image quality wasn't really that great. The performance of the video wasn't that great. The image stabilization and the autofocus wasn't really too bad. Honestly, it wasn't really too bad when I was videoing. The image stabilization and the autofocus wasn't too bad. But where the issue came was at that full zoom. So if you fully zoom this and use it to record anything, like the quality is just not, it's just not at it. At the full zoom, the quality to me isn't good compared to when it's without the full zoom. If I'm to record a video, I'll record it without the full zoom, because without the full zoom, the video quality was much better. The image stabilization was much better. And everything to me, the details, everything that I captured was on point. So to me, I'll choose not to zoom. It depends on personal preference. As for me, this camera has done a good job when it comes to videoing. So in 2025, if you want to use this to video, it depends on personal choice. As for me, I'll still keep this. For extreme jobs, I'll not choose this one, because if you really want the quality of your image, if you really want something that can deliver superior image quality and render it to you the way you want it, obviously due to this age, you won't consider this. But for me, this was an excellent camera to use. I really love this. I really keep this camera, honestly. But videoing, to me, if I'm to give it out of 100, I'll give it an 80, considering its age and how it has performed. Also, this camera does come with its own accessories, although this charger head is broken. It does come with its own cable. Can use it for USB purposes to transfer the videos, and I really like this aspect of the cable for a fact it just easily tell you whether it's full, whether it's not full, and so on like that. I really love this camera. I really like it. It just makes it easy to use, easy to charge, easy to work your way around it. So for the image quality, for me, without the zoom, the images that were produced on this camera were good. The details were able to come out as expected on this camera, but at the full zoom, the camera didn't do that well. As you guys can see, taking a look at these images, you'll be able to notice that the quality of the pictures taken at the full zoom isn't clear enough compared to when it was captured without the full zoom. Because if you take a look at it, the images that were not captured at full zoom were much clearer than when it was captured at the full zoom. Another thing to take note of while I was taking pictures on this is it tends to autofocus better when you're slow. like really slow when you're taking images compared to when you're taking videos. And I just think that's just down to how it's built, considering the size and the fact that this has been able to like get this amount of zoom into this small size. I think that's just kind of the issues that comes with it. So I think for me, image aspect, for me, I'm going to rate it 10 out of 10 because when I took the images, it was just as good. For me, it was clear. I could get the real details, and the camera quality, all in all, was just brilliant to me. But if for those that want to use this now to take pictures, it would be really good to take a picture with this. But if you want to take extreme pictures, serious photos, like if you want to get up close to any insect or something, obviously this camera won't be able to do that great in those scenarios. So other alternatives will be available. But as for me, I really keep this camera. I'm really using this camera to take some photos from time to time. Photos of my surroundings, photos of myself. Just have decent pictures while I move around. This camera just does the job. I really like the camera when it comes to performance of image quality. So I'm just going to talk about some things I liked, some things I didn't like while I was using the camera. So some of the things that I did like while I was using the camera was the fact that it was lightweight. I could use this, like I won't feel stressed while I'm holding this camera, honestly, because it's so lightweight. The 150 grams was bang on with this camera. I really like the lightweight, the compact design. It was just good. The 14.2 megapixel for this camera for me is decent. As of 2011, this camera must have been a very powerful compact camera as of then. The 14.2 megapixel up to now does still do a good job for the fact that this is second hand, and I'll be able to take pictures and some good detail will be able to come out. For me, it's mind blowing. As for the full zoom, the 10x optical zoom, for me, it's an impressive zoom for a camera of this size. It's going to be very useful for travel and outdoor shots, but if you really want to get the quality of your image at that full zoom, honestly, the full zoom won't be able to do the job. As for me, if I'm to get the full image, I'd rather come closer to the image with this than to go on the full zoom, because at full zoom, the quality isn't as I hoped. The 720 recording ability of this camera for me is good. At this camera, at this level, the camera does a good job at recording at 720p. That for me is impressive. But in our times when we need better displays, this camera won't be able to do what some people want. As for me, I'll just use this to take pictures of myself and sometimes. And another amazing feature that I really loved was that smart mode, because when I put this camera into smart auto, the camera automatically detects any situation I'm in order to either know if it's a picture it's going to take or it's a video, the scenery. It just automatically adjusts itself, and I really love that fact. For it to have this level of technology at this age, for me, is really good. I really love this camera. To me, that thing really pushed the levels on this. I really loved it. That smart auto to just automatically adjust the scene, to know if it's landscape, to know just that fact alone was so good for me. And rather than toggling around with different menus in order to know which one you're meant to use for the particular situation, I'll just turn on that and it will automatically do it for me. So I really loved it. So for the things I didn't like, while I was recording with this camera, if I recorded like a 4-minute video with this, I realized that the camera gradually gets hot. Sometimes I used to feel that it's my hand that's getting sweaty, but it's not. The camera does get a little hot, does get temperature in it when you're recording, but I don't think that is going to dim the performance. I don't think that's going to affect its usability. As for me, camera just does just fine. The LCD screen isn't really the best for showing the image quality. as of the images that I took, when I transferred them to iPhone, they appeared much better than they appear here on the camera. So I think the LCD screen too is another one. Like I was saying before, the slower autofocus was an issue. You have to wait a little bit to get a particular detail of a photo. Like if you want to really get a good picture of a particular photo in the others, you have to wait a little longer in order to get it. I just think that's just some of the things I did take notice of. If you guys took notice of any other thing, or if you guys know anything I'm missing out, let me know down in the comments so that we'll be able to make some things on that. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is an excellent camera? As for me, this camera, honestly, it's a really nice camera. For me, I really keep this camera. Like honestly, I'll use this. I will use this. But for those that really want to take photography and videography very seriously, this camera would be a second guess for them. But as for me, if I'm to take photos, considering the kind of job I do, this camera honestly will just do what I want. Take pictures, simple photos. I don't really need it for extravagant work, but this for me is a really budget camera now, and it's a really good camera. I think this camera does hold its performance for this long period of time. It's a very good piece of technology, and I really like it. So thank you very much, guys. I think that's it for now. Make sure to like, make sure to share, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We really need support. Make sure to do all of that, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.